What's going on, you guys? It's Ashley and welcome back to my channel. So I'm pretty stoked about today's video because it is going to be another one of like my testing out new affordable beauty products video. You guys already know affordable products for me is my bread and butter. It's what I'm into. Beauty on a budget all day, every day. So I'm really excited to crack open these products and let you guys know my first initial thoughts. So if you guys are about it, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel by pressing that subscribe button. Click that bell so that way you're notified. Also, I upload every Monday and Wednesday if you didn't know. With that, let's zoom in. I have a little bit amount of time to film and a lot of stuff to get through, so let's get started. Alright, so we opted for a deep side part today. I'm actually really into it. I'm definitely feeling it. I guess the only thing that's really bothering me right now is the separation in my side swoop. Like, one day I'm gonna get it down pat to the point where it's like, whew, no separation. But patience, practice, and time. I'm gonna get there. Anyways, let's jump into face primer. I'm first gonna start off with this by Almay. You guys saw me test this out in a video that I filmed last week, but I definitely want to revisit it and continue to use it so that way I can give you guys my honest thoughts and updated thoughts, of course. So this is the Skin Perfecting Comfort Care Primer. It's going to smooth, hydrate, prep, and perfect. I've already moisturized my skin and I also have a little bit of sunscreen on, so that's kind of the shine you guys see. This is definitely a silicone-based primer, so I'm going to just put it right here in this area and really smooth it out. I also love that it is a hydrating primer because sometimes I feel like certain silicone-based primers can be a little bit dry to touch, and this one definitely adds a little bit of hydration to my skin. I'm only going to focus it right here though. In my last video I kind of put it everywhere, but I'm just going to focus it in the areas where I have slightly enlarged pores. Ooh, it's also really nice and tacky to touch. So now that my skin is nice and primed, I am going to switch gears a little bit. I definitely want to go in and start prepping my eyes for eyeshadow. So I'm going to take the P. Louise Base 2. Yes, I know this is not an affordable product. Wait, is it? Is it like 12 bucks? 20 bucks? Okay, so it's not affordable. You can't find it in Walgreens, CVS, Ulta. You can find it inside of Morphe stores. But you guys know I tend to just stick to what I know and I love, and this really, really works out for me. It mutes out my eyelids like no other, so that's why I'm going in with it, because I want a really, really nice base for eyeshadow application. Now the eyeshadow palette I will be using today is this one right here by e.l.f. Cosmetics. It is a part of their Retro Paradise collection. I do have a lot of products from that collection that were sent to me in PR, and it is to my knowledge that this was created by 5 influencers online, one of which is Valeria. So huge shout out to you, Valeria. I really, really love the collection you co-created alongside 4 other influencers. Like, this is stunning and I'm so excited to play around with it. So the first shade I'm going to pick up is this one right here called Canvas. I'm going to use an M441 by Morphe, and I'm just going to use this as my base shadow and just rock it back and forth to kind of just set it down a bit. Now I really want to do something that's fun and poppy, but I also want to do something that's a little bit more low-key. So I think we're going to stick with low-key, and then I'm going to film an additional look for IGTV later on this week. So definitely follow me over on the gram if you guys want to see something a little bit more fun and poppy. But for the sake of today's video, I will be keeping it a little bit more neutral. I'm going to take Dijon, like Dijon mustard, and I'm going to use this as my transitional shade. It is a really, really beautiful, like, mustard yellow. I will definitely say that I really, really love this shade right here. It is so pigmented and just so buildable, and it works perfectly as a transitional shade. So I'm going to continue blending, and the next shade I'm going to go in with is called Sandy Bum. So that one right there. Ooh. So you get a little bit of kickback in the pan, but nothing too crazy. I'm going to start patting it right here on the outer V. And then I'm just going to go in big circular motions to define out my crease. So I'm going to warm this look up a little bit. I'm going to take the shade right here called Caliente, and I am just going to start patting it right here, right next to that brown. And this is just going to add a little bit of warmth to the look, nothing too crazy. I'm still using that same M441 brush that I was using in the beginning, just because there's really no need to really switch brushes because I'm just adding a little bit of warmth. Again, nothing crazy. All right, we have some warmth going, like A1. Really loving this look so far. I am going to take a little bit of concealer. I'm just using what I have in my everyday makeup drawer. You can literally use whatever concealer you have. It could be affordable. It can literally be whatever you want. So I'm going to cut out a little bit of lid space. I usually don't do this anymore, but I really want to take this look to the next level, and I really want my lid color to be like sharp and poppin'. So we're going to ball out. Our crease is nice and cut. I am going to go in with a smaller brush. This is just an M507, and I'm just going to go to town and really start adding more of this warmth into the look, because we lost some of it when we went in and cut the crease, and because I'm using more of a concentrated brush now, I feel like it's going to show up to its full intensity. Whereas before I was using something a little bit more fluffy like this, so it wasn't as concentrated. But since the brush is smaller, I'm able to really go in and pack it on. What do you guys think so far? I know it looks very orange right now, but I promise you it'll be a little bit more soft and diffused in a second. I'm going to go back into that M441 brush, and I'm just going to start softly diffusing it out. So that's the warmth I'm talking about. Like, what do you think? Let me know down below. I'm now going to go in with this shade right here. I've literally been staring at it since I opened this palette. I'm not entirely sure how to say it, but it is this shade right here. Like, literally have been staring at it since I opened the palette. It looks so incredibly beautiful. So I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm going to pick up some of that shade, and I'm going to start packing it on like the very inner corner, and I'm going to blend it in with the shade called Caliente. Wow, it's so pretty. Okay, they definitely killed this. All right, so this definitely looks like a shade that will kind of like crumble on your lashes if you're not like really careful. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of glitter glue. I'm gonna tap it over top of the shadow, and then I'm going to re-intensify the shadow with a little bit more product. So here I am with a little bit of glitter glue, just tapping away, and then I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that just to make it really stand out and pop. Ooh, honey, I'm about that. This is like me in a shade, me in a sparkle. So now we're really gonna dial in, and we are going to connect this outer part with the rest of the look because it's looking a little disconnected. So I'm gonna pick up the shade called Coconut from within the palette right over here on an angled brush. This one is by Beige. It's for the brows. It's the number 7B brush, but I'm gonna use it for faux liner. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just going to start stamping it on the outer part. I've been really into soft eyeshadow liner recently. If you want to do like an intense cat eye wing, you definitely can. Hell, who's to say I won't? Maybe I will after I do this. I'm like, needs a little more. Maybe I'll add some, but for right now, I'm just going in with some of that shadow. I actually want to use a brown eyeliner, so please hold. I'm going to use this brown liner right here by L'Oreal. This is a part of the Age Perfect line. This is the Satin Glide eyeliner, and I'm going to use this as a base. So I'm going to start right out here. I'm also going to take it over top of that shimmer, because since this is more of like a chunky foiled shimmer, it's going to be a lot harder to cover up with actual eyeshadow. So I'm gonna use this as a base just so that way the eyeshadow has something to stick to. I'm also gonna tight line with this because why not? We're here. Might as well do it. Might as well get it done. So I'm definitely getting quite a bit of fallout here, but it's completely okay. I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush with a little bit of coconut now that I have my liner going, and I'm gonna start blowing it out right out here. I am noticing that I'm not getting much color payoff like where I want to. Like that dark brown definitely isn't as dark and pigmented as I would have hoped. I feel like once I place it, it kind of just goes and it kind of just disappears, so I'm a little sad about that. But I'm gonna try to go in with a different brown from a different palette. As you can see, that is definitely layering a lot more than the coconut shade from within the palette. I'm not sure if it's just me having issues with that dark brown, but it really wasn't all that pigmented. So I'm gonna go in with the shade called Truffle from the Too Faced, what is this? Natural Nudes eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to start feathering and blowing this out because I actually wasn't able to do that with the e.l.f. palette. I'm a little sad about that. I'm a little sad. Alright, now I'm going to go in with more of a bigger brush and really start to diffuse out this outer edge just so that way it doesn't stop so abruptly. And I'm also going to take some of that dark brown in the outer V because that's what I do best. This is like my signature style of eye makeup. Like for so long I used to be really into like halo eyes, but recently this has just been my vibe. So I went ahead and zoomed you out just because it is now time to start working on the face. I am going to go in with a little bit of color corrector. Remember, we did already prime with the Almay face primer. This is the color correcting concealer by Found. This one is in the shade Peach, and I'm going to take a little bit of this to color correct underneath my eyes. This is a new color corrector I am trying out. It kind of reminds me of the one from LA Girl in the sense the applicator is very, very similar. So we'll see how it goes. I am going to take it in all the areas where I would normally put color corrector. It does look like it is very, very milky for a peach color corrector, but we'll see how it covers up these blemishes here. I'm also going to take some of this on my upper lip. Whoo, we're going all in with the color corrector. I will have this listed down below if you guys are interested in checking it out. For sponge, I will be using the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge, which is one of my all-time favorites. And I'm just going to start blending this out. So it's definitely covering up a lot of my darkness. I do see just like a tiny bit peeking through, but I really love the consistency of this. Like at first I was a little concerned. I'm like, okay, is it a little too runny? But no, the formula and consistency is really nice. I will say it dries really, really fast. You guys see that on my chin. Like it's getting a little difficult to blend out. Now that I think of it, I kind of had the same issue in my last video where I tried out new affordable makeup products that I just bought, and I used the same exact face primer, so it could very well be the face primer that's making these products dry significantly fast. Alright, so let's move on to foundation. I will be using a foundation that I know and love just for the sake of timing. Like, we really don't have time to mess up on our base makeup right now. So I'm going to stick to what I know and what I love. I will be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Soft Beige. This is dewy, by the way. This is their newer formula. It's not the original Photo Focus. I love this foundation so much. I put all of my friends and family on this foundation and they love it as well. So I'm just going to go to town, paint it on my face. Just like that, and then I'm going to go back in with the Total Face Sponge and blend it out. I am using the shade Soft Beige just because I am not self-tan right now. I do plan on self-tanning tonight after I do my second laser treatment. Yes, I have been lasering. If you guys haven't watched my video on laser hair removal at home, definitely check it out. I will have it listed up in the cards. It is recommended that you actually don't laser when you're self-tanned, so I am going to laser and then self-tan because your girl is really pasty right now. We need some color. The real question here is, how am I going to blend out the foundation on my forehead with my hair glued down to my forehead? Probably should have thought of this before I filmed. For concealer, I'm going to use the 16-hour Camo Concealer in the shade Light Beige. I'm going to take just a little and go underneath the eyes. I'm going to let this sit for maybe about 15 seconds. A little bit of this stuff does go a very, very long way, and it does dry pretty fast. So I don't find that I need to wait 45 seconds for it to get tacky. What I do know is I do like to take a little bit of that concealer on the back of my hand, and then with my Total Face Sponge, I'll dip it into that concealer, and then I'll start to buff and blend out the concealer because I find it gives me such a beautiful seamless blend. So that's what we're gonna do. That was a quick 15 seconds. I love a full coverage under eye, like I really do. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of loose powder now, and I'm gonna use it to set underneath my eyes, because if I don't, honey, these things are going to crease on me. I don't find I need that much under eye powder, especially when I use this e.l.f. concealer. So I'm only gonna take a little bit and then just kind of like spread it around my whole cheek. And I do like to blow on it. I know, not sanitary, but I find that when I don't, like my under eye concealer doesn't go on as even or as smooth. And that's not cute. I'm gonna hit my chin, cupid's bow, and nose. I feel like I go through like the same steps for my base makeup, so we're just running through it today. I will have all products I use like for base makeup down below if you guys are interested in checking those out. But hello, Flawless Base, we see you. I'm into it. All right, so I definitely want to set underneath, or I want to set the rest of the areas of my face that I actually did not put that loose powder. So I'm going to use my tried and true LA Girl Pro Face High Definition Matte Pressed Powder. Honey, this is holy grail. I really, really love it. I'm about to hit pan. Actually, do you guys see that little piece of pan peeking through? Ooh, I just hit pan. Love that. Okay, I'm going to just take this powder and I'm just going to powder all the areas of my face that I did not use the loose powder. So for bronzer, I'm going to jump back into the Kokie Matte Bronzer. This one here is in the shade Stay Golden. It's a really, really pretty bronzer if you want to look like you've been laying out on the beach all day. Like if you had some sun during 4th of July weekend, if you went to the beach, you know what I mean? So I'm going to just start pressing this around my forehead. I'm probably not going to put any here just because my hair is literally covering this part of my forehead. So I'm going to skip that area. It'll be really weird if I put bronzer like alongside here, so we're not doing that. I'm also going to just hit my cheekbones. Now taking one of my favorite brushes, this is actually a setting brush by Real Techniques, but I've been loving to contour the sides of my nose with it. So I'm just going to run this right alongside my nose just to add some dimension and color. You guys know how it is. Whenever you go in with concealer, powder, all of that, you tend to lose dimension in your nose in the process. So you definitely want to just add some slight definition. You definitely don't have to go Kim K crazy. You can add slight definition without looking too overdone. Honestly, when I switched to using this brush, my nose contour game completely changed. And I know, like, nose contour game, like, is that a thing? Yes, that is a thing. That's a real thing. So I love this brush. I will have it listed down below if you guys are interested in picking it up as well, because game changer. I am gonna go in with a little bit of loose powder just to pinch my nose a little bit. I really want it to be nice and defined. So I'm going to just take a little bit of that powder, put it alongside my nose and in the center to highlight. Ooh, love that for us. Okay, I do have a blush I want to try out in today's video. This one here is by Found. It is the Baked Illuminating Blush in the shade number 6. It is a really, really beautiful kind of like mauve shade that I think will complement this look very well. Granted, the eyes are very, very warm and this is very much a cool tone blush, but I don't think it'll draw too much attention away from the eyes. So I'm going to just pop this onto the apples of my cheeks. Ooh, this is pretty. It's subtle but pretty, and I definitely feel like it's buildable. Like, I hate a blush that's too pigmented all at once, because then you're like, okay, I look like a clown, you know, like not the cutest look. So I like that this isn't too pigmented right away, and it also gives my cheeks such a beautiful glow. Ooh, okay, really, really pretty. I like that. Let's actually move on to highlight. Now, there are 2 highlighters in the Retro Paradise collection by e.l.f. I have both of them here. I'm probably gonna mix the 2. This one here is in the shade. Okay, so these do not have names on the back. I have no idea where my names went, but they're not there. I am going to mix the 2 though. I'm gonna mix the pinky tone shade with a little bit of the lighter shade. Honestly, to be honest, these look like they are gonna be so chunky on the skin, but we'll see. That is pretty. Okay. Oh! Wow, I definitely was not expecting that. Like, looking at these highlighters in the pan, they definitely look very, very chunky, but when they hit the face, they are so smooth and so buttery. I cannot believe that. Okay, I'm gonna hit this side. Oh, I love that. Okay, let's remove some of the bake from my nose. I'm gonna go back into that LA Girl powder, and I'm gonna use a fluffier brush just to kind of dust away some of that powder because it's looking a little intense. So let's pick up some of that, and then we're gonna dust away the bake and just blend. Okay, let's add a little bit of highlight to the tip of my nose and down the bridge. Wow, these highlighters are gorgeous. Honestly, they really, really killed it with this collab. So far, so good. I do want to take some of that highlight and just pop it in the very inner corner of my eye just to draw forth some light. So now that my face makeup is pretty much done, I definitely want to finish off my lower lash line. My eyes are looking very top heavy, so I definitely want to bring some of that brown down just to kind of even and balance everything out. I'm going to start off with the shade called Sandy Bum, so that one right there. And I'm going to smudge this on my lower lash line with a flat definer brush. Then with more of a fluffier brush, I'm going to just smoke and smudge out the lower lash line. I'm also going to go in with a nude liner for my waterline. This one's by LA Girl. It's the Intense Stay Auto Liner in the shade Super Bright. One of my all-time favorites, you guys. Definitely have to get your hands on this. It is my holy grail nude liner. I literally cannot do my makeup without it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I am going to pop on lashes and mascara. Then we'll come back and we'll finish off with the lips. Yeah, I think we did everything except lashes, mascara, and lips. So I will be right back. So the last thing I have from the Retro Paradise collection is the Retro Paradise Line and Shine lip kit right here. And it comes with 4 lip liners and a gloss. Now, I see a shade in here that is right up my alley. I don't see that these have shades, but I am going to go in with this shade right here. It is kind of like a mid-tone brown. And I'm going to use this to line my lips. Now for actual lips, they do have several glosses within the line, but I'm gonna go in with this one right here. This is called A Moment lip gloss. It is a moment, okay? I'm just gonna put this all over. So let's talk about the formula of the gloss really quick. It's very, very hydrating. It does have glitter in it, and I do kind of feel like the specks of glitter when I rub my lips together, which isn't something I'm the biggest fan of. Like, I'm not in love with that, but I do think it is really beautiful on the lips, and I do think it complements the eyes very, very nicely. I am going to finish things off with a little bit of the Glass Spray by Maybelline. I've been obsessed with this, so let's get it going. So I went ahead and zoomed you guys all the way out, and this is the final and completed look. Granted, my eyes, it's kind of like my signature eye look. I will say that the eyeshadow palette was phenomenal with the exception of that dark brown. I really couldn't get it to work how I wanted to, but I will continue to play around with the palette. I feel like the girls did an amazing job on the entire collection. I have several items that I did not feature in today's video that I will be including in an Instagram TV video going up this week as well. So make sure you guys are following me over on the gram. I'm definitely going to do something a little bit more fun and poppy with some of the shades within the palette. I also really love the blush by Found, the Glass Spray by Maybelline. I cannot say enough good things about it. I feel like it is one of the best dewy set sprays to hit the drugstore in a really long time. So I will have all products that I use in today's video down below in the comments. And with that, I don't think I have much else to say except thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.